for a beast no man can ride.
Let me try, Father.
Alexander, if you can ride this horse, you can have him for yourself.
Deal!
By the gods, he did it.
Alexander, planning on devouring the world?
No. Simply explore it.
Exploration is a noble goal, but remember that even Odysseus, the great wanderer, ultimately sought to return home.
Aristotle. What's beyond this map?
People speak of Amazons and strangest peoples, of lands where silk grows on trees, of mountains touching heaven. But these are all stories, conjectures. No Greek has seen these things with their own eyes. People can't stop talking about what you did with the horse today. Some even believing your mother's claims that you're the son of Zeus himself. How were you able to tame the horse when so many have failed?
I noticed that every time the horse sees a glimpse of his shadow, he becomes hysterical. So I just moved his head away from his shadow.
The horse was afraid of his own shadow, so you merely changed his perspective. Clever boy. You might end up being a good ruler after all.
My king, our men have reached the city gates.
Let their walls fall with their pride.
My king, our men have captured the city.
Yes, Parmenian, I have two eyes.
Good boy, Bucephalus.
Out of the way!
Alexander, the tribes of Medi rebel. They test our strength while your father campaigns in the south.
Gather the men. We'll leave at once.
Yes, Alexander!
Bring me my armor and my sword.
boy. Victory!
Aristotle, who was the smartest man that ever lived?
The smartest man that ever lived was Socrates.
What did he discover?
That he was stupid.
The smartest man in history was stupid?
We are all stupid. But only the ones who accept this start to learn and get educated.
Tell us a story.
Very well. I will tell you a story. There was a man I once knew, a seeker of wisdom, was named Plato. Plato felt that Greece was too young and that we were like children stumbling in the dark. So he left Athens. He sailed across the great green sea until he reached the land of the Black River, Egypt. He walked into the great temple at Sais, where the incense burns day and night. He stood before the high priest, a man whose face was etched with 1,000 years of history, and he asked for the truth. But the priest, he just laughed. He looked at the traveler and said, "You Greeks are only children. You have no history gray with time. You remember one flood, but there have been many." The traveler asked what he meant, and the priest opened the sacred registers. He pointed to a time long before our memory begins. He said, "There was a power that once marched in insolence against all of Europe and Asia, an island situated in front of the straits which you call the Pillars of Heracles, an island larger than Libya and Asia together. They called it Atlantis." The priest described it as a city of rings. To protect the center, the gods broke the ground, creating alternate zones of sea and land, encircling one another. 2 of land and 3 of water, round as if made by a lathe. The kings of this island possessed wealth such as the world had never seen. They built bridges over the zones of sea. They dug canals for their great ships. And the walls. The outermost wall they coated with brass, the next with tin. But the wall which encompassed the citadel itself flashed with the red light of orichalcum, burning like fire in the sun. In the center stood a holy temple, surrounded by an enclosure of gold. Here, the earth brought forth every sweet-smelling thing, roots, herbs, and woods. They had elephants in great numbers. They had statues of gold touching the roof. It was a paradise of order, a monument to greatness. In a single day and night of misfortune, the earth opened her mouth. The warlike men sank into the earth, and the island of Atlantis, in like manner, disappeared into the depths of the sea. That is the story the priest told the traveler. The city is gone. Only the mud remains.
Welcome home, father. You lost an eye.
Lost an eye, but gained a kingdom. Any problems while I was away?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
That's my boy.
Pausmanus, will the queen be attending the celebration feast tonight?
She sends her regrets, my king. The gods have called her to pray.
Always with her mysteries and rituals. No matter. Fetch me some wine.
Right away, sire.
Thank you, Pausanias.
Will that be all?